Okay. Okay. Holy. Okay, chat. Temporary. I guess we're perma roasting my intro screen now, huh? Okay. Okay. I mean, hey, as far as I know, apparently that my intro screen is like 50% done. So there's that. You know what I mean? Welcome to the stream, by the way. And very, very, very sorry that like I'm streaming at like 1 a.m. for Western people, but it's 2 p.m. for like Southeast Asians, and for German people, it's around like what? Oh, sorry, European people. It's around like what? Beginning of the day, like 7 p.m. or something like that. Yeah. So we have a lot of we have quite some things to talk about actually. We have quite some things to talk about. Mainly, we actually just have two, and these two are kind of they're a bit of a big deal. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah. And apparently, like I didn't chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not know that Holofest is currently going on right now. I did not know that. Well, I mean, actually, I didn't verify the fact if it was either. To be fair, I just saw a comment say that it was that the stream was going to be during Holofest, and I took their word for it. I don't think it is. Is it? Fine for me. I was planning to stay up anyway. It just ended. Oh shit! No, that's good then. Fake fan. True. I couldn't, like, my vow when it comes to Holofest is that I am not watching that if it's not live. By not live, I mean if I'm not there. Like, I'm not watching it live on, like, while it's there. Like, I'm not in Japan watching it. That's the vow. That's my binding vow. I can't watch any Hololive concert, at least, like, Hololive Expo related shit, unless I'm actually there. Yeah. For real, though. No. I don't know. And the thing is, I'm a little sad because I feel like I should have been responsible for covering the situation. I should be like partly responsible for covering the happenings in Holofest now. But I feel like there's not that much buzz about it on Twitter. Yeah. There's not that much buzz about it on Twitter, at least not from I can see. Let's see. Actually, well, before we go into the drama, let's actually look at that then. Twitter. Cause like, you have to remember, chat, back then, whenever Holofest was up, Twitter was getting spammed by that shit. Holy crap. Holofest is no longer as hype as compared to the days. Well, yeah, cause it kinda lost, I mean, it didn't lose its hype, but more so it lost its uniqueness. Back then, a full-blown Hololive concert is like, it's so new, it's so fresh, it gets a lot of eyes. But like these days, Holofest is, oh wow, look at this. Wow, these days Holofest is really Western, JP centric now. People that are only talking about it are people that are, and yeah, and it's not like I'm fucking blind either. Goddamn, my whatchamacallit, my Twitter feed is full of Hololive stuff, but very few of them even mentioned Holofest. God damn. But like, good for them, I guess. I genuinely missed it. Oh hey! That's cute. Hello? Dude, I genuinely missed it. This fucking snuck up on me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It snuck up on me. Did they use a lottery system back then too to give out tickets? No. No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know because I never tried to buy physical tickets to see, like, being there in the venue and everything. I only bought online tickets back when they used fucking another particular streaming service to do it. Yeah. But I imagine they did. It's also difficult. True, it is also difficult. the lottery system in like, I would like to be able to do it next year probably or something. Preferably before Ina or something graduates. Because I'm trying to save up for that. Last time I went to Japan, it was with Rima. I spent like what, over $1,000, over $2,000. And if I'm in Holofest, you damn well know I'm going to spend a lot more. It's fucked. I get fucked in the ass whenever I get fucked in the ass whenever I do something like it. Yeah. When only follow negative drama, any good news will be on the backside? Not really. I come into Nusagi being a Holofest hater. Hey, I didn't say that. It's just, I didn't hate in Holofest. It's more like, you know, it just snuck up on me. I didn't catch too much news about it. God damn. Welcome to the stream, Reams. True. Let's go broke in Japan again. Fucking spending a lot of money for nothing. Going to where was it? Going to Harajuku, fucking whining on the streets about having no money to buy the shit that we want. Hell yeah. False is officially gone now. Yeah, no, we covered that. Give me a sec here. It seems like it actually is just mostly JP people talking about it, huh? God damn. But to be fair, I might just be like a broke Hololive fan now. Or like I'm a fake Hololive fan now. I'm not following Hololive as religiously as I did back then. It sounds like everyone is having fun. And whenever I see bullshit like this, I always kind of grieve a little bit. Because it's like, god damn, people are having so much fucking fun. I wish I could be there, but I can't. Even if I wanted to, would it be worth it? I mean, of course it would be. Okay, Hololive, the expo itself would be worth it. It's more like everything else that follows before and after that. You know what I mean? Poor Maxing is right. Holy shit. No, yen is still weak, right? No. I'm sure the yen is still weak. Hold on, I'm gonna Google that just to fact check myself. 5-year. Oh wow, it's an all-time low right now. Holy shit. First time I traveled to Japan was, let's see, was somewhere around October 2024 or September 2024. Oh, okay. The yen back then was a little high. At least it had a little jump. But then in 2025, it was when Rima and I went to Japan, it was slightly lower. But now it's the lowest. God damn. Okay, maybe not the lowest, but somewhere around there. Damn. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. Yeah. Losing so many talents killed a lot of the magic, not gonna lie. You're not wrong. Especially because a lot of the people that did graduate are people that I really looked forward to watch perform. There are two people that are cracked at singing everything that they lost. It's Kanata and it's Mume. Chat, you have to understand how much of a fucking simp I am for Mume, okay? Mume was one of the literally, I legit think Mume is like the best JP singer. EN singer, rather. Okay, maybe she's not the best EN singer, but like she's my favorite EN singer. Like something about the emotionality in her voice, I think, is like kind of unparalleled. Compared to like every Holo EN member. Like sure, you can argue with me that, you know, fucking Gura is the technically better singer or can hold the higher note or whatever the case might be, but nothing hits my feels more and my vibes more than Mume. Sure, you can say that Nerissa is like, you know, fucking wild, go ham fist, her vocal cords are getting fried and her ears are like my ears feel like they're orgasming to Nerissa's vocal stimulations. The same for Herb. But Mume, man. Mume. Mume. All I'm saying, Mume. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Before we talk about the drama, okay? Hololive graduations. 2024. Okay. Let's look at their alumni, okay? Who did we lose? So we lost Aqua, Shion. We lost. Oh shit! What the fuck is wrong with the model? Let's see. Cracked singer, okay singer, okay singer, okay singer, cracked singer, okay. I don't remember Sana perform. Okay singer, cracked performer. So they literally lost like half of the people here are cracked and they lost them. Damn. Shit, man. Aw, so many moon plushies? Yeah. Man. Oh, Senior Tortillas, Squeezo Rabbit. Thank you so much, dude. Hi, welcome to the stream. Ugh. I envy these people, I really do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Watching the Holofest concert on your screen feels like I'm missing out. I actually feel upset when I do that. I'm not gonna... Wait, it's still going! I thought you guys said it ended. It's still going. Sorry, voice crack. Dude. Damn. They have the child, the hot girl, the nerd girl, and the child, and then the hot girl. The free stream ended. Oh, damn! They're still posting about it. I'm guessing that's where a lot of you people are too. That or you're asleep. I guess you guys are gonna have to be stuck here with me in the broke gang, cause well, after my cat's surgery, I'm gonna vent post a little bit. After my cat's surgery, chat, she fucking died. Okay, she died. She died yesterday. Like literally in the middle of the, like I thought she was okay. She started walking again. She was being energetic again. She started eating again. Fucking walked out on the sidewalk yesterday, right near my house, right across the house, and then fucking died there. So I have to pay for that. I don't have a yard, so I can't bury her. So I feel like the option is either throwing her to the river, or I don't know, fucking cremating her. I guess they have cremation services here in where I live. Yeah. Gura, my cat died. True! Gura, my cat died. Let's go! Yeah, I never actually related to a lot of the pet owners that like had their cat die. Or like had their pets die. But now I know how it feels like. Like I have 5 more cats. The remaining 5 cats are still here. But somehow the house seems a little emptier. Also, by the way, I'm sorry to like jump between like sad posting to thirst posting, but I guess I have BPD and I can switch to different modes instantly. But look at this shit, okay? Look at this shit. Marine, every uniform in Holofest is they all have their bellies out. The only one that does not have their belly out is Suisei. But at the same time, the fact that she is the only one that does not have her belly out adds a lot of emphasis to her, you know, to her belly. Oh, Clockwoman, hi. I'm not going to be prepared for the day my dog kicks the bucket. Yeah, man. Especially because I paid so much too. Like I feel like it's an evil thought to have, right? But I feel like if you're going to like, you know, pay for surgery, buy a lot of cat meds, do all of these things in order to make sure that she like that she doesn't that she survives her shit and that she's going to be okay, and then she fucking dies anyway. It's like then why did I spend all these resources? You know what I mean? Why spend all these resources, spend all these time, and you were just gonna die anyway? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know if that's a psychopathic thought to have, but like, you know, I can't help but think that. Because I'm a little angry. Oh god, clock woman hot. I am a little angry. Yeah, out of love, I guess. See, I see you know how in anime there are villains that are shit, like, you know how Sukuna in JJK is all like, love is useless, or some bullshit like that. I'm fucking 24 years old. I'm only 24 years old, and I feel like I understand how that feels now. I feel like every rationality goes out the window when you factor in emotions and some bullshit. Not to sound like a cringe anime villain, but like, come on, man. Come on. Like, because of this, did we really have to suffer? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying the feeling of love or sentimentality should be like, should be gotten rid of, but you know. It's a deterrent a lot of the time. True. Fucking broke people. Yeah, so Una 92, you're right. It does. The house feels a lot emptier now. Oh, I also saw these figurines. Oh, Muna, hi. Holy shit! I just came to a conclusion. To a realization. I have not watched a single Hololive Indonesia clip in a year. In a year, chat. In a single fucking year. I have not seen Muna. I have not seen Risu. I have not seen Ollie. What the fuck? We need to start watching. Hold on. I wanna check them out now. Oh, hi, Self. Oh, Noose is live. We're gonna raid her after stream, I guess. No, not you. This bitch. What's her live viewerships, right? Right. Oh, her viewership's pretty good. Okay, gotcha. This is probably like 1K, 2K? Yeah. Brother, you are SCA. Yeah, true, but you know, the problem with me, so, I don't really watch Hololive Indonesia streams. I watch clips, because a lot of the time Hololive Indonesia streams, they are talking in Indonesian. Sometimes they speak English, but like most of the time it is Indonesian. And obviously I don't understand Indonesian, so I end up not watching it. This is the same reason why I don't watch any Hololive JP stream. Kayla was not allowed to stream for a while for some reason. Is it because... Is that a bad thing, or is it because is that a meme because she's overworking herself constantly or something? Nope, I don't see it. Wait, Kayla Moggs what? Kayla Moggs Muna? I didn't know that. Kayla unironically has more viewers than Muna. Damn! That's fucked up! How about Risu? Oh, Sleepy Gore 3. I do have a Discord server. Oh wow, she's close to 1 million subs. Okay, these are still pretty decent. This is like roughly similar to Muna's numbers. How about Ollie? Ollie is probably the most English out there. Hold on. Ollie. I love my algorithm. I love the algorithm. I literally just look up the name Ollie and it comes out. Okay, I mean, these are still pretty decent numbers. Roughly the same as Muna and Riso, I guess. Good for them. Good for them. Okay. Alright. Alright. That's enough. That's enough side posting. Let's talk about the drama. Okay. Let's talk about the Mythic Talent situation now. Okay. So, in order to talk about this, we need to start from the very beginning. Okay. If I remember correctly, at least from this year, the very first start of the Mythic Talent drama came here. When Mythic Talent, if you guys remember $1 Million Fan, there was this organization where mods on where a mod in LSF, among many other people, promoted $1 Million Fan, which is supposed to be like a fucking like a reality live show where like fans and streamers get to do something together, and the grand prize is $20 million. And of course, with that kind of a prize, people question what the fuck is going on here. And there were also people that promoted it. And one of the talent agencies that were responsible for pitching this to their streamers, the people that wanted like extra free money, was Mythic Talent, right? Mythic Talent basically did not do their due diligence and look up the $1 Million Fan project. And obviously that whole situation with the LSF mod being a weirdo and, you know, so that happened. That crazy Reddit mod promoted it. Yeah, and LSF did promote it too. Well, I mean, the streamers under Mythic Talent also promoted it too, so you know what I mean. So this was the genesis of the drama, okay? But then, recently, Mythic Talent decided to post this. We have spoken with Asmongold and mutually agreed to part ways. Mythic represents creators from a wide range of backgrounds and perspectives, and we are committed to fostering an environment grounded in respect and responsibility. We remain focused on supporting our creators and continuing our mission to help them build sustainable long-term careers. So when they posted this, literally like a few hours ago, people were peddling two reasons for this. One is from this summary in YouTube drama where Grimmy, I don't know if we all know who Grimmy is, but she's a VTuber, posted her experience under Mythic Talent, and then apparently CaseyTron decided to call this out, right? Look at this shit, okay? I don't know if CaseyTron is ultimately responsible for this, by the way. I don't think so. This one here, I feel like, from what we have right now, it feels like everything is coincidental or like it's bad timing, but maybe it's not. So let's look at this, okay? Here's a list of all the brands and creators that are partnered with Asmongold's talent agency, Mythic Talent. Why they want to be represented by someone who cheers to death for death every day is beyond me. Should start probably asking them. This is CaseyTron being retarded. Okay, this is CaseyTron being retarded. Because she's basically saying that every single person in the Mythic Talent roster supports supports or is okay with like whatever CaseyTron is like trying to peddle, like the politics that CaseyTron is trying to peddle, which is, you know, fucking the stuff in Iran, all sorts of like not good things happening in the world right now. So apparently all these people, chat, all these people are war supporting, crime, like war supporting, crime supporting, fucking weirdos who are okay with children dying, people being raped, all sorts of war crimes. They are okay with it apparently, right? They are okay with it currently. That's what CaseyTron is saying. Obviously, this is just a smear campaign from CaseyTron over here. Like this is literally just her being retarded, right? Like I don't even think I want to watch this because it's just bad faith. It's completely bad faith. Like I don't know why anyone with a brain cell would start thinking about that. Because it's really fucking weird. It really is. Like I don't like the whole guilty by association types of people. And Casey Tron has always been like that sort of like problematic social bitch. So either way, people are trying to peddle as if Casey Tron was responsible for this, when I don't think so. Because the bigger reason for all of this that people are associating with this is actually this one, okay? Mythic Talent alleged to have skimmed money off the top of a sponsor, shorting their talent. So, I have watched the clips from this, but this is a good summary, so we're gonna read it, okay? This happened to the VTuber Grimmy. I didn't want to blast her name in the title because she's already nervous about this, but she feels she needs to spread the word. At the moment, there aren't any clips of this because it's only a few hours old, although some will appear eventually. And she set the VOD to not show up on Twitch at the moment of writing. I included screenshots of the evidence she could show because there's evidence it's technically an accusation, but she specifically is using the word allegation because she's trying to be careful about this. Also, if you don't know about her character, she's honest to a fault and truly tries to see the best in everybody all the time. So for her to speak up about this is difficult, but she wants others with Mythic to know. So Grimmy personally befriended a game publisher that had previously sponsored her before, and through speaking with them, discovered that there were small discrepancies multiple times between what the negotiated amount was that she was paid versus what she was actually paid for sponsorships. The negotiations are done between Mythic and the publisher. Talents don't see those documents or conversations. Yes, like any normal VTuber agency. Sorry, not VTuber agency, like talent agency, right? So first instance, we're gonna open that in new tab. The outcome of negotiations was that she would be paid $2,100. However, the contract she received from Mythic and signed was $2,000, 5% difference. The publisher gave her proof that they paid $2,100 to Mythic, and Mythic sent her $2,000 she was expecting from the contract. When she alerted Mythic after finding out from the publisher, they told her it was a typo in the publisher's end, and she was given an additional $100. Okay, and the proof is literally just this. The screenshot is just this, like proof of like the emails that Grimmy has to talk about all of this. I'm going to talk about this later because I feel like there are some discrepancies here, or there's like a reasonable explanation for all of this IMO. Second instance, the outcome was $4,400, but she was told it was only $4,000, 10% difference. The excuse Mythic gave was that it was an additional fee because of an outside marketing agency. However, it was the exact same people negotiating it to both times through the same emails, which makes that very unlikely. Okay, I can see this being weird. There was also some odd mix-up with the length. The publisher said 2 hours, but Grimmy was told 4. The key things here are that Mythic refuses to show her the negotiation documents between Mythic and the publishers after she requested them. Only the contract that she signed, and 2, she has many more examples of this behavior, and I believe from multiple publishers. This was the only publisher that gave her permission to show evidence on a stream and publicize. These are not the only evidence. She's keeping those others in private in case this gets taken into court. And this has been done to more streamers and larger streamers. It will likely be. Okay, sorry. Bad grammar probably here. She also made clear that this isn't an expected fee that Mythic was supposed to take, and the fact that she was given different excuses for each instance confirms it's not a normal fee. So yeah, this is kind of weird. I will talk about this later. Note that it is very similar to what the agency VShojo did to their talents, skimming sponsor money by sending less to the talent than what was actually negotiated. Grimmy is telling all the talent with Mythic to request documentation of negotiations for companies they were sponsored by. The contracts they signed won't show the real amount Mythic was paid by the sponsor to go to the talent. Only the amount that the talent was paid that was to be paid by Mythic. So they need to be shown the correspondence between the companies to check if the amount is correct. She obviously left Mythic, and quite a few other talents have been leaving recently without giving any public reason as to why. Okay, so who are they talking about? Who left Mythic? Well, back in 2025, very recently actually, Siren left Mythic. Vienna, earlier this month, like before all of this came out, also left Mythic, right? And then, literally after this drama, like an hour or so after this drama came out, Sen Z also left Mythic. And we also have a few instances of people that disappeared from the Mythic roster. The first person that comes to mind is Filion. Filion has apparently left Mythic, or maybe Mythic booted her out, hard to say. Among many other people that they silently booted out or left. Apparently one of them was Bao, but I can't confirm that. I don't recall if Bao was part of Mythic, but people keep saying that she is, and although I haven't seen any proof, or I don't remember that happening, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. So there are a lot of people that are apparently leaving Mythic right now. And so, to explain how I'm gonna say this, okay? In my opinion, it seems like Mythic does have, obviously for a talent agency to make money off of the sponsors that they are giving to people, you need to be given, they need to take a percentage of the sponsors that they give you. Okay? So if a sponsor manages, if the talent agency manages to give you, manages to find you a sponsor that's willing to shell out $5,000, then obviously Mythic Talent is going to, or that talent agency is going to take off a portion of that depending on what you agreed on. Let's say the average is usually 15 to 20%. Let's say it's 20%. So instead of receiving the full $5,000, Mythic, you would only be receiving $4,500. Mythic takes $500 of that. Okay? And it seems like that is what's happening here, where Mythic took the contract that was given was that the publisher would give $2,100 to Mythic, and Mythic paid only $2,000 to Grimmy, with a notable difference there. What makes this weird for a lot of people, including myself, is in this case it's a 5% difference, whereas in this case it's a 10% difference. Granted, Mythic explained that there was an additional fee because it came from a marketing agency, but again, because they were still talking to the same people, I feel like that excuse doesn't hold up. So the discrepancy and the different excuses that Mythic gave it's a bit weird. You know what I mean? It's either the person managing Grimmy is being super dishonest with her. I feel like this is a personal thing with Grimmy, because there are the thing about talent agencies, right, is that people need to get this in their head. Talent agencies don't work the same way that VShojo or a VTuber agency does. There's a lot of retards out there on Twitter that wants to paint it as if they are fucking calling Mythic a black company or some bullshit like that. What the fuck are we doing here? Obviously not, right? It's the same way United Talent is, or MSM Talent is. Their job is just to bring you sponsors. They don't, I don't know why I even have to explain that. I really don't. But either way, yes, it seems like obviously Mythic has to take a fee. However percentage they take, I don't actually know. So I feel like if Mythic was the manager that was responsible for Grimmy was just being honest with her, or told her straight up what was going on here, I feel like all of this could have been avoided. Granted, maybe it may not just be her manager, because there are a lot of people that also left Mythic, right? Maybe a lot of these people think that Mythic isn't giving them enough sponsors, and you know what? That's valid. Just because you are in Mythic or just because you are in a talent agency does not guarantee you get sponsors. Because ultimately, what the agency can do is just pitch you to different people, and it's up to those people, the people that are the ones that are going to be giving out the money. It is ultimately in their discretion to sponsor you or not, right? Mythic, talent agencies like Mythic just gives you exposure, so to speak, right? Yep, but there are still legal questions. That's what I'm wondering, right? So we have Vienna over here, fucking, again, she left Mythic before this drama happened, and then literally after that happened, after the drama came out, she said, I'd like to clarify that my leaving has nothing to do with anyone else, drama, or internal conflict. I just found a cool team I wanted to work with, and I am giving a try. Okay, so Vienna basically said that I'm leaving Mythic because I found my own team, and that team is going to be the one doing the sponsorship, so the sponsorship seeking. So I don't want Mythic doesn't provide me any value anymore. Okay, the same thing with Senzi. Nothing bad, by the way. They've actually been super helpful in the past and brought me a lot of opportunities. I would just like to focus on being independent and myself going forward. I don't know what she's talking about, or what he's talking about being independent and going forward here, because all of this time you are independent. Like, let's not pretend that this is some sort of thing where they own your IP, because it's not, right? But obviously, Senzi, with the timing of his departure from Mythic, it just seems like he saw the drama, saw a lot of flack, and decided to dip because he didn't want to be associated with that. Siren can't see what's going on here, but yeah, that's going on with Mythic right now. It's pretty fucking weird. And again, after all of this happened, literally like a couple hours, like a day or so after this got popular, Mythic decides to part with Asmongold, and we don't know why. If we look at the quote retweets, it's all fucking like vague posting. Look at this shit, okay? What the heck is going on? By Kershaw. Shibuya Review says they bent the knee. Yikes, this likely happened because Asmongold refuses to censor himself. He remains unfiltered and companies view that as a brand risk. Remember, to work with most companies, you have to censor yourself to be removed. So, he's not necessarily wrong. Okay, I don't necessarily know if that's bending the knee, but again, there's a reason why companies do that. It sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? And also, yeah, look at this comment from Nicholas Light, okay? You wouldn't believe who else they parted with, because Nicholas Light, I don't know this Nicholas Light person, but apparently they also dropped him. Look at this shit, okay? While on vacation for my 1-year anniversary with my wife, Mythic Talent, my talent agency, has parted ways with me as well. This happened during the height of the drama. I'm not sure if Nicholas got booted recently, or this happened a long time ago and he just decided to air this out. But goddamn. Goddamn. If you watch my content, I barely had sponsors for over the past few years, so this isn't really much of a difference. But I find the timing of this hilarious. They only want to work with liberals and creators with safe opinions now. I want to be associated with people that bend the knee. This isn't a loss for me, it's a win. I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's not true. They only want to work with liberals or creators with safe opinions. I don't know how true that is. I feel like that's a bad faith interpretation. I don't know. Let's see. Talent's Mythic. Dark. Talent's leaving Mythic silently. Grimmy comes out with a count of sponsorship cuts. Gets a majority of payment out of the sponsor while Mythic gets a cut for negotiating. Grimmy calls sponsor later and finds out, yeah, okay. She alleges black company behavior and tells other talents to demand their own sponsor docs while confronting Mythic. Gets oops typo and they refuse to show the full sponsor contract. Next day, Asmongold dips and Mythic drops a PR tweet for their sponsors. Yeah. So that's what's going on with Mythic right now. Everybody's just generally confused. Because there's a lot of people that left Mythic, and literally their owner, the creator of the fucking of the talent agency, just decided to leave. And by the way, chat, you have to remember, it's not just Asmongold that has his own like talent agency. Okay? If I remember correctly, Moist Critical actually has his own talent agency. Yeah, Human Media Group. Human Media Group is like Charlie's like what's it called? Yeah, this is Charlie's social media, or sorry, talent agency. Charlie owns this. Damn, there's nothing that says Asmon doesn't still own the company though. True, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, people are really pinning a lot of the blame. People are really pinning the blame on Casey Tron for some reason. When I think that Casey Tron has no part in this. Obviously, Casey Tron is not the person responsible for this. There's nobody listens to Casey Tron, dude. Nobody. She's a fucking weirdo retard. Come on. You're not gonna address the skimming money off your partner sponsorship. I think this is the bigger situation, not Casey Tron. This. Again, I just feel like if they were more transparent about like what has been going on in there and why Grimmy got treated the way that she did and why that person that she was communicating with her gave off all sorts of excuses, then you know what? This wouldn't have blown up. Yeah. Brands listen to stupid people like her. From my experience, not really. Not really, chat. Because Casey Tron is just as much as a brand. Okay, granted, she's not as much as a brand risk as, say, fucking name a brand risk. I guess Asmongold, since we're talking about Asmongold being a brand risk here. Because she's not that popular, I would say. But one relatively medium to big size streamer bitching and whining about something is not enough for a lot of sponsors to pull out. It's really usually not enough. This is surprising. Mythic is cutting ties with Asmongold. Oh, what the fuck is this retard doing? What the heck is going on? You're next. Okay, retard. Hassan is a brand risk? Yeah, I guess Is Hassan a brand risk? Common sense would say yes. Numbers wise, absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not numbers wise. Because to me it doesn't... Let's say I'm a... Okay, chat, think about it. Think about it this way, okay? Think about it this way. Let's say I am a game company that wants to make a good game. Okay? What is a gamer stream? Which popular streamer is a gamer streamer? Like, or like when they stream a game, they absolutely get fucking popular. There's Markiplier. There's XQC. Heck, because Asmongold and Hassan are big, I might throw them in there. It is not in my best interest to fucking care about what these people have to think. It really does not. Hassan plays games. No, that's just an example. I'm saying about an example. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, sponsors and like people like that, brands, they really mostly just care about the money, chat. Oh, sorry, the money and the numbers. If you fit into their target demographic and your audience fits into their target demographic, they will absolutely go ham with you. They knew my ass was not gonna let up. Damn, even Casey... Dude, I feel like... Okay, I feel like a lot of people are getting rage baited. Bro thinks she's responsible for this. She's not. I could be... Again, I'm saying this with my chest out. I really do not think she's responsible for this. I really do not. But because she's owning it, she thinks she's responsible. Or maybe she doesn't actually think that way, but because she just wants to rage bait, she's in a fucking lawsuit. It's in her best interest to like farm a lot of numbers for her own money, right? To come up with that. Dude, like, It's not her. You're not that guy, man. Do they not realize Asmongold is still an owner? This changes nothing. She's not in a lawsuit. She had to apologize and settle with Ethan. Oh shit, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Deserved, I guess. Asmongold is a founder, not an owner. As far as I remember, he was like one of the owners. Sure, there's a CEO, but like because he is a founder, he has to have a huge stake in the company. But what a lot of other people are saying is kind of true, where nobody actually says anything about him not being an owner anymore. I saw the title. Is this just bait? No, this is not bait. We're unironically like going through it right now. Or rather, we just did. Yeah. Yeah, so it just seems like people are very confused right now. They're very confused. I don't know if I'm giving Mythic Talent like a too much grace here, but you know. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So that's what's happening in this side of the block. This is going to be a short stream, by the way, chat. This is going to be a short stream because I want you all to go to sleep after this. We're going to go into the next drama, which is not necessarily even a drama, okay? You guys see this shit, right, okay? Shibuya Kaho is now a Twitch ambassador. They have rewarded me, a diehard introvert in her own bubble with a place to hang out comfortably.
Handle is at Shibuya.
Okay. Do you guys remember that being a Twitch ambassador means fucking nothing? Look, all power to Casey. Oh, sorry, not Casey, to Kaho. Because maybe this feels like a huge achievement for her. And you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe Twitch ambassador means something. But if we remember correctly, Twitch ambassador doesn't mean jack shit. It just means that you represent a certain group of people. Remember when fucking Paper Frog... Okay. What's his face? What's his name again? Paper Frog, Evil Toaster. So, remember this guy? Evil Toaster was like a weirdo creep that likes to use his mental illness and his trauma and his identity stuff to like weaponize guilt and sad boy posting in order to fuck and be connected with women. Bro is really weird with women, right? And he is a Twitch ambassador. And you might be asking, who the fuck is this guy? I just did a video on him, right? But literally, he was supposed to be a representative of VTubing. A representative of VTubing in Twitch, and nobody knows who he was until the Google Docu came out. Like, are we fucking for real here? Like, come on, dude. Like, have Iron Mouse be the Twitch ambassador or something. I don't know. Somebody that's actually a representative of Twitch VTubers. And like, at the same time, the thing about Twitch ambassador is that I'm ranting about Twitch ambassador. This is not a hit on Kaho, by the way. It's just Twitch as a whole. The thing about the Twitch ambassador is that it's supposed to give that Twitch streamer voice to create or enforce policies on Twitch as long as add or remove or give feedback on features. Because obviously, fucking Twitch doesn't listen to its viewers, right? They would rather apparently listen to Twitch ambassadors, but even then, Twitch ambassadors don't get listened to much that often because Twitch has its own like internal politics that they would rather prioritize over everything else. So I'm sure that Shibuya Kaho feels a lot of pride over being a Twitch ambassador for Twitch. But let's be real here. Being a Twitch ambassador means fucking nothing. He's a walking red flag, just read that description. That's what I said in my video too. Yeah. So anyway, we all know that Shibuya Kaho is a former GAVH actress. And since then, she has gotten out of that. And you know what? I like that. I like that. Because she doesn't want to... It's the exact... Okay, so you know how Piper Perry... Or was it Piper Perry? Or it was somebody else, I think. A lot of ex-porn stars really want to get out of their porn star infamy, let's say. Right? Their porn star infamy, they want that brand to be deleted off the internet. They want to shed that stain away and all of that sort of stuff. And you know what? I get it. I actually even support it, right? Because if you were a porn star and you got into like porning, like in the porn industry, because you know you had a hot body, you thought that was like, you didn't mind it at the time, you didn't care about the consequences at the time because you were young, or maybe you were groomed into it, or maybe you now have a family and you don't want your fucking kid to, you know, look at your mom, look at their mom's name and then see porn of herself among many other things. Maybe you don't want your kid to be bullied, right? Like, sure, we all make mistakes, as Fruit says, right? I feel like if you want to get rid of that, or rather shed that skin off, then you have to take active steps in order to get out of that. And I feel like Shibuya Kaho absolutely did. Bro learned English and stopped promoting or stopped branding herself as like as a porn star. And people are okay with that. Meanwhile, you have people like Mia Khalifa, or I forgot the name of the other porn star. You have people like Mia Khalifa who does say that she wants to get out of being she wants to like get out of that former porn actress sort of thing, and she thinks it's evil, blah blah blah. She wants to get rid of it, but she still wants to use that Mia Khalifa infamy in order to like gain traction or like do whatever in the internet. So I feel like if you want to get rid of that branding, you have to commit to get out of that branding. Stop associating yourself or using your past to gain clout or to be heard or whatever. Stop getting into these podcasts, stop getting into these interviews talking about what your job was as a porn star, or even mentioning what you were a porn star to begin with. Right? Like, take active steps. And that's what Shibuya Kaho is doing. So when people were mad, like the people that we have here is fucking Tectone, right? She wants to be stopped being seen as lewd while wearing that shirt on a video. Well, I mean, that's not all she does. I feel like, how do I say this? How do I want to say this? You are correct to a certain extent. But in Twitch, it is the meta. So there's no going about it. You know what I mean? So either way, we have this from Tectone. Our good guy Tectone. Police of morality fucking Tectone. Twitch's newest ambassador is an ex-porn star. What the fuck? I don't understand what Tectone is supposed to be upset at here. So she's a former porn star. So what? That's my question. And obviously Shibuya Kaho fucking absolutely ratios the ever-living shit out of her, saying, dude, are you the one talking about somebody's sexual record? Holy shit. So Tectone's problem is her past and he is throwing shade? Yeah, for some reason, right? And this is why I really do think that, again, Tectone is very... Okay, you know how Tectone is like patriotic and right-wing, blah, 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 right? Whatever. You absolutely do not want a person like Tectone on your side. You do not. Bro is bad faith, and bro is, I'm gonna be honest with you, kinda stupid. Holy shit. He is so jealous. I mean, I don't know about jealous. I don't feel like he's jealous. I actually do feel like just because Shibuya Kaho was a former porn star, he feels a deep disdain because she fucked a lot of men, and like, how do I want to say this? He's very upset because you know how the meta in Twitch right now is like boob tubing, especially if you're a woman and all these sorts of shit, right? And he feels like that's the wrong direction Twitch is going. And yeah, you know, to a certain extent, I agree. Like, I don't like e-horse. I don't necessarily think Shibuya Kaho is one of those people. But Tectone is the person that's not the Tectone is not the person to be saying that. You know what I mean? Watch his video about it and then form your opinion. Okay, sure. I don't know if I can tolerate his voice because, like I said in my former streams, I really do not like this person. He is so bad faith. He is like, he interprets things in the worst way possible to serve his agenda. And he doesn't know his own agenda. He just says what Osman Gold says. God damn. The word grifting has lost all its meaning. People throw around that without truly knowing what it means. You're not necessarily wrong. I don't like it when people are called loosey-goosey, calling people a grifter. But I feel like Tectone is absolutely one of them. Hold on. Alright, let's watch this video about it then. I got called out. Is this it?
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because YouTube put in a new algorithm where likes and comments actually matter. So if you want to help boost this video and help my channel,
It's always mattered. What do you mean?
a like and a comment would be greatly appreciated. Now, if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, I don't blame you. Platform is an absolute cesspool, but I love it and I hate it at the same time. Depends.
Hold on. I'm gonna ×2 this shit. ×2 speed. Or 1.5.
Of the day, I consider myself a man that is pro-reality. I like tweeting out factual statements, things that are true.
Are you fucking for real? Holy shit. The fact that he said that makes me want to click off the video. No, you are not. You make shit up all the time. Oh my god. Okay.
The problem is that when you say truthful things, it really makes people upset. So I tweeted
I do think that is true, yes.
something that is very true the other day, which was a response to this tweet. Shibuya Kaho tweets out, "I'm honored to be an official Twitch ambassador. They have provided me, a diehard introvert in her own bubble, with a place to hang out comfortably. I've been appointed as an official ambassador for the streaming platform on Twitch." Now, I tweet out a very normal response, which is, Twitch's newest ambassador is an ex-porn star. What the fuck? Now, Shibuya responded, and I responded to that as well, but nothing in my statement was a lie. This is a verifiably true stance, and
Okay, what does that mean?
if we've ever been on Twitch, we have known the overwhelming bias towards OnlyFans women and porn stars.
That
and
is
so
true.
A retired porn star, that's very important to know, a retired porn star
That
was
is true.
appointed an ambassador, which to me would lead me to believe that if you have any issues with the site being pro OnlyFans, 18 plus content being advertised to children, well, that's not going to change anytime soon. Now, I don't believe that
Sure.
anything in my tweet reads as a direct attack on Shibuya Kaho whatsoever. Nowhere did I slander her. Nowhere did I defame her. I merely stated reality. And this post was about Twitch, not her. Now, sure, was me using her as a pogo distasteful? Can some people argue that? Sure, but the reality is it's the truth, right? And so people who are well aware of, let's just be real here for a second, the black bar meta that was on Twitch where hundreds of thousands of women went live.
Okay, I already know that point that he's making. He's trying to say that because of this, or because of like Dan Clancy being a gooner, because of Twitch's like bias for people that are like for like Twitch e-horse and shit like that, they prioritized Shibuya Kaho and made her an ambassador, and he thinks that that's the reason, that bias rather, is why Kaho got chosen as a Twitch ambassador. You are retarded if you think that way. I'm not sugarcoating it. Because if I were going to like ask Tectone right now, name other Twitch ambassadors and how easy it is to be a Twitch ambassador, he wouldn't know. Because literal nobodies become Twitch ambassador. Literal nobodies. Okay? It's just there for PR reasons. It's just there to like, it's like a glorified title that doesn't mean anything. Like you're yeah, he's mad at the history of Twitch and assuming current reasons. Yeah, exactly. And like
a 13+ site and did softcore porn to children, not really a good look. So much so where I had to step in, and even I got naked for the black bar to expose Twitch's hypocrisy. You'll be happy to know that I enabled mature before doing this on stream. Can't say that about the other streamers as well. Even I got naked when I was, what, 280 pounds? I put a black bar over myself. And by the way, in case you don't know, 24 hours after the stunt, first of all, I was immediately banned. Immediately banned. As well,
I can agree that I can and do agree that yes, Twitch does have a bias towards women.
The black bar meta was also then immediately banned.
Sorry, Gunner Ehor women, like people that just do titty streams and shit. I mean, no hate towards those sorts of people. I get that that's the meta and that's what you have to do to get like numbers. I don't really mind it. What I do mind is the preferred treatment. We have numerous cases where if you do make that sort of content versus other people that do normal content, you get preferential treatment. Your bans are less. The durations of your bans are less. Sometimes you don't even get banned, and you even get invited to like Twitch parties and shit like that. Whereas normal streamers don't. Again, my gripe is not necessarily the content that you're making or what you're doing. It's how Twitch obviously favors you and the repercussions of that.
Other problematic content creators like Morgpie did the black bar meta hundreds of times and also got swiftly unbanned within 12 hours. I got banned for a week, is what it is. Here's another black bar meta user right here, and I don't really believe...
But that's not the reason why Shibuya Kaho became a Twitch ambassador. It's really not.
Good thing to have that type of softcore pornography on the website. And I find it ridiculous that when you call out these whores, when you call out these prostitutes, and I understand it hurts people's feelings to be called that, but the reality is, if you are selling your body for money, that does make you a prostitute. If you are charging money for acts of sexual gratification, you are a prostitute. Now, whether you want to say electronic prostitute or regular prostitute, that's up to you. If adding the E to the front makes it that big of a difference, great. But the reality is that Twitch...
What is the real reason? There is no real reason. Twitch thought, okay, you seem good. You seem to represent a big Twitch. You seem to represent like a huge fraction of like a community in Twitch, and you seem to have a lot of people. Yeah, we'll make you a Twitch ambassador. Like I said, Twitch ambassador means fucking nothing. They make anybody a Twitch ambassador. Even nobodies get a Twitch ambassador. Their only criteria is that you represent a group of people that is beneficial for Twitch. At that point, it doesn't matter what your size is. That's their only criteria. We have numerous fucking people to serve as that. The most recent example is again, we just looked at Evil Toaster. This is a literal nobody, and he became a Twitch ambassador. And that's why I was trashing this title for a long time, because it literally just means nothing. It's just a title that Twitch gives out to random people for absolutely no reason than to like pat them on the ass or some bullshit like
for
that.
All ages, and actively promoting and defending and letting these bad
But you know it's not that. Oh, it's absolutely that.
Play with this shit over and over and over again to where it becomes a meta, because if you are not part of the meta, you are getting behind from all of your softcore.
Because look, because those two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive. Just because it is clear that there is an obvious bias for like titty streamers and like and Dan Clancy being a gooner and shit like that, does not mean all the time that they will always do all of these things for those women exclusively or give them titles for absolutely no reason, especially if it's something as useless as a Twitch ambassador. Otherwise, fucking like every Twitty streamer out there would be a Twitch ambassador or something like that. Like the logic doesn't make sense.
Well, it's just not good to have on stream.
As long as you suck Twitch's cock, and you have a community, then you can become a Twitch ambassador.
Pornhub, XTube, UJizz, XNXX, Spank Bang, RedTube, shit, I can name it. Oh yeah, Chatterbait. You know, all of these. There's so many other websites that you can do this on. But they do it on Twitch because they know that their mediocre bodies will be glorified due to the fact that, well, Twitch is usually a site of lonely people. It's a pretty lonely website. You know, there are people there who need social interaction that don't get it much in real life, so they go to streamers to watch instead, which, to be honest, I was one of those people at a point too. There were many streamers that I myself would watch very regularly to feel comforted when I didn't really like too many people in my normal life, like Kriparian, for example, or BoxBox. I would watch all these people. I still do watch these people. Not as much as I used to, but you get what I mean. So anyways, this was a post calling out Twitch, and Shibuya Kaho took it to heart. And to be honest, do I want to be upset with her? No, not really. Shibuya Kaho has done a great job of moving on from her past, and she's made some wholesome content. Good for her. I thought it's a little bit hilarious to call someone a diehard introvert when you're like, one of the most famous porn stars in Japan. And to be fair, I used to be a big fan of her work when I was a younger kid. But yeah, just a little bit of humor in that situation. So anyways,
Sure.
Shibuya Kaho does something what I consider cringe. And he says, dude, are you the one talking about somebody's sexual record?
Why is that cringe? It's cringe because he got affected by it.
Dude,
Come on, dude. You're not. Come on, dude. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
I'm some type of sexual
I thought
predator?
you were a person that's all about truth and honesty. If you are, like, she's not wrong too. If you, okay, oh god. Oh god. The mental gymnastics that we're going on here.
Judge thought I was a bad guy because I put out mean tweets on OnlyFans when it whores, which to be honest, if you think that makes me a sexual predator, me tweeting out that, hey bitch, I don't want to listen to your opinion.
Dude, you are oh my god, is he really gonna ignore the fact that he lost a lawsuit? Come on,
because
man.
I can see your asshole for less than I can buy the Fortnite Battle Pass for, then sure, go ahead. A little bit of a cringe of a response, but I understand I'm low-hanging fruit because people don't like to believe in reality because it's not as exciting. It is what it is.
That's not why she said that. She said that because you lost a lawsuit. You lost your vibe check, man.
So I respond, she can clap back, can't say that I'm wrong. If you're wondering why Twitty streamers get unbanned 18 times for doing softcore porn on their platform, if you're wondering how the black bar meta even happened, look no further than Dan, Goon, or Clancy. Now, I would like to make it very clear. Nowhere did I slander this woman. Nowhere did I badmouth her. If me saying what somebody factually did in their past makes you that upset, then I guess I have the pass to crash out whenever somebody calls me bald or fat, when in reality, I just don't. I think Shibuya Kaho is very oversensitive in this situation, but maybe I was insensitive, and maybe she's very sensitive about her porn star past. I don't know. Why would I know?
You are super autistic. This is such a... Dude, the person... Yo, I'm sorry. The person that said I should watch this video... I hate it even more now. You are so retarded if you don't see what's wrong with your tweet. Even if it is like a tweet that is directed towards Twitch, you have to at the very least understand why people can get mad at what you said. And in case there are retards that don't understand, that is his audience, why people are mad at us, I'll lay it out to you. 1. You lost the vibe check. You are in no position to talk about somebody's past regarding sexual activity. Okay? And 2, even if it is not directed towards Twitch, it is, how do I want to say this? It's still loosely, actually not even loosely because it does directly involve Kaho. It still kind of puts her, it's insensitive, if that makes sense. Right? Not because you bring up the fact that she's a porn star, but the implications of such. Of why you're bringing up the fact that she's a porn star. So just because she was a ex-porn star, she can't become a Twitch ambassador? Like, what are you trying to imply with that? Are you implying that because of if you have a certain past, you're not allowed to be a Twitch ambassador? Even as simple... Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, you know what I mean? That's why, like, people are, like, took that even as offensively or as offendedly as they did. Right? Like, obviously. Like, holy shit, are you retarded?
No, she won awards for that shit. I assume she'd be proud. I don't know. But
like, they just, and so now you are asking why people are mad at you for that. You are a person of truth and based facts. Are you not? And then they bring up the fact that you did lose your vibe check. Again, it doesn't matter if it's a criminal or whatever the case might be. You still lost the fucking vibe check, right? That still happened. People bring it up, and you think that's cringe. Bringing up the truth is cringe now.
Got called out. I thought it was kind of funny, and now you see all the little dorks on the internet saying, "Yeah, hey, this guy's not allowed to tell the verifiable true history. This guy is not allowed to say factually correct statements." I cannot.
Yeah, he's taking it. No. Again, chat. I don't know. I don't know. Really, this is the fascinating thing about Tectone. He really believes in this. He doesn't see what he's saying that's wrong. He really believes he really believes in this, right? It's worse if he really believes in this. I'm going to let you guys right now. Holy shit. I'm going for a huge reach here, but I have seen some people against this and agreeing with him. Their point is that I think is that Twitch is a 13 plus website and porn stars have no place in some special position. I feel like those kind of takes are gone or cannot be valid the moment Twitch did what Twitch has been doing for the past 6 years. We all kind of know Twitch is like a gooner platform, especially if you just follow. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's too late to complain about that now. Especially if... do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's age restricted. Okay. Like, I would agree with that. I feel like I would agree with that take more if they said something along the lines of any sort of implied sexual acts in this 13 plus website should be banned. And I would agree with that. All those hot tub streams, all those like intentional jiggle bullshit, fucking bikinis on, like stuff like that. Yeah, none of that. None of that. I would agree with that if that was their take. But the fact of the matter is, it's a... Like, what are we doing here? Holy shit. Like, I see their point. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's still a bad point. IMO. Does it all come down to should Twitch have Aero creators as ambassadors? Something like that. Yeah. I would agree again, and I don't think that should be the case. Gooner streamers have always been part of Twitch, even if it's technically 13 plus site. It's far too late to pivot away from the Gooner appeal. Yeah. I mean, I saw that drama. Okay. I think this is a greater Twitch problem as a whole. Because Twitch actively enables or actually likes the bad stuff that is going on in their platform that's making it a bad viewer experience or culture because it helps with their numbers. People come to Twitch when there are fucking, like, you know, gooners watching a girl pretend to do a bathtub stream and fucking, like, you know, jiggle their titties or do whatever the case might be. And then they are also, because they make a lot of money from that, right? Obviously. And then they are also okay with botting now. In fact, I saw that whole studio that used to be a Mr. Beast partner advocating for view bots because that's what makes people grow. And yes, Twitch did try to like hammer that down. Still got fucking but they stopped kind of actively doing it because it ultimately still hurts Twitch's metric and their viewers and numbers as a whole. So I feel like Twitch is in this spot where they have to enable all these bad things happening to the platform because it's what drives the profits. And at that point, I feel like you should just commit. I feel like we should just commit. Right? If Twitch is a pro-gooner platform, make the website 16 plus instead of 13 plus. If Twitch has botting problems, make a like how do I want to say it, like a warning, like embed in the warning of a particular string, indicating that there's a chance that this person might be botting. Just own it. You know what I mean? I feel like if there's a problem that you have to tolerate, working with the problem in mind rather than working against it is the best way to go. Obviously, it would be, morally speaking, okay, maybe not morally, principally speaking, I would like it if Twitch has these things, but I understand they have to do it in order to make money, right? Because Twitch does lose a lot of money. So work with those problems in mind instead of working against them. I feel like that's the easiest thing to do. Am I retarded for thinking that? I feel like I'm not. But then again, who am I? I don't know the internal politics that's happening on Twitch. I'm just a retard fucking VTuber watcher, viewer. Yeah. So that's all. The issue I have with Tectone is it's always talking about the problem like it is bigger than it's supposed to be, than it's supposed to. Something like that, I guess. I mean, I'm okay with people exaggerating things for views, or even like doing a little clickbait here and there. Like I don't mind that. Like as a content creator, I get why you have to do that, right? Like, I want to name an example. I guess more Pegasus. Okay. More Pegasus. Oh, this shit, okay. More Pegasus has a very special talent. A very special talent of stretching a particular topic over a 20-minute video and making multiple videos off of it. And the thumbnails are all the same. Look at these goddamn views. At that point, I don't blame Pegasus. I blame the audience. The audience are fucking slop-hungry, retarded gremlins that just eats whatever they want to eat. And that's it. There's no other reason for that. So if the audience demands that sort of content, demands that sort of clickbait, and actually that clickbait even works, gives him a lot of money, then why shouldn't he do it? You know what I mean? Like, if it does not harm anybody's, I mean, in this point, I guess at this point it does kind of harm Mr. Beast's reputation. But what I'm trying to say, if it's like ultimately harmless, or it doesn't exaggerate a problem too much, or like it doesn't blow it out of proportion in the sense where, you know, hey, I fucking accidentally hit my head over the door, and then I get a boo-boo from it, and then the title says I fucking decapitated myself, and you know, shit like that, then yeah, obviously that kind of clickbait is not okay, but like to a certain extent it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get why people do it. I don't necessarily think Tectone does that. Maybe he does. I just think he's a very dishonest person. Yeah. I do think he is a very dishonest person. I still think like ultimately Asmongold Gold is like, look, right-wing people, you do not want Tectone to be your champion. You absolutely do not. The reason I say that is because people watch Tectone because there's a lot of people that watch Tectone because of his views, not necessarily because of his content. If you find Tectone's like, you know, screaming and like shit like that to be entertaining, okay, yeah, sure, you can like Tectone because of that. But it's purely because of his beliefs. You absolutely do not want Tectone's beliefs and his takes. Fucking at the very least, listen to Asmongold, because at least Asmongold is smarter than him. Holy shit. So yeah, hardly the first guy that gets to call out Tectone here. Hardly the first guy. I think Rev is also right-winged. I mean, it depends. It doesn't really matter to me what your politics are, or what people's politics are. Although I do know a lot of content creators that are deemed right-wing, but really they're more centrists, or they're left-leaning, or they're actually left-leaning, but they don't agree with like the retards on Twitter that are screaming about like a lot of these like extreme identity politics because they don't like it. Like they don't agree with Hassan. There's like, for example, they're left-leaning, but they don't like Hassan, or they hate Hassan, or they don't like people like Nyara, or they don't like these people. but they're still left-leaning. Ultimately, the policies and the things they believe in are still left-leaning. But because they say that, they get branded as a right-wing or a centrist or whatever the case might be. Like, you know, like I think that's the problem. That's also a part of like Twitter discussion these days. I feel like it's easy to get branded as a certain thing. Yeah. Depends on their views on the specific issues important to you. Yeah, I think that's my problems with like particular. Like, okay, so I have met a lot of people like this, okay? I have met a lot of people like this. Both online, obviously. Online friends that are both. I have friends that are right-leaning and left-leaning, okay? I do know people that are very much in the left-leaning side of things, but they, for the love of God, cannot name any left-leaning policies aside from like trans rights or LGBT friendly or anything related to identity politics or some bullshit, right? Like I feel like I feel like I feel like liberalism, like the left, has a lot more policies that are actually better or do a lot of universal good for everyone aside from just that, right? Why do we have to like focus solely on that? At the same time, on the right side of things, they cannot name anything that's good on the right side of things except I like Donald Trump. Like, really? Is like sucking Donald Trump's dick like the ultimate? Like, come on, what are we doing here? Like, come on, man. Like, I feel like in both sides, people are absolutely not necessarily dishonest with themselves, but I feel like they don't explore a lot of the political side that they say that they have. They have one thing that is, yeah, exactly as you said it. They have one thing that is important to them, and they hyperfixate on that and not everything else that their politics say. Like, I don't know why that's the case. Like, I feel like this is why I have this fucking rant that a lot of these are just intentional fucking, like, false flags from the government or some greater secret society or power out there who are secretly collaborating with each other to sow dissent so that way they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's just one or two. Yeah, exactly. It's just one or two issues, and that's it. Like, I don't know, man. This is why I also cannot, like, understand it. Like, I do not understand it. Like, sorry, I do not understand, like, the hyperfixation on, like, right versus left politics in, like, literally anywhere these days. Oh, I saw this. I saw this. Jesus. Aw, cute. The internet is not this political pre-2020. I think I think like beyond 2020, 2016, it started to. That was like when the N-word started being policed. So I feel like that's when it is. Oh shit, Mythic made a post? Oh shit, live coverage. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I kinda still do wanna join Mythic because I need sponsors. A lot of this drama doesn't actually like. Oh. Okay. We're doing it live. 10 minutes ago. Mythic is aware of public statements made by a former talent Grimmy regarding payment discrepancies. We take her allegations seriously and have conducted a thorough review of our records. The claims that Mythic skimmed funds from her two campaigns are factually incorrect. Our records indicate that Grimmy was paid in full for both cited activations per contract terms according to the terms of her talent agreement, which included an agreed upon management fee. The campaigns were valued at 2,100 and 4,400 respectively. In the first campaign, Grimmy was sent a full value of a 2,100 activation, less our agreed upon management fee less any potential banking/transaction fees on her end. In the second campaign, Grimmy received a full payment of 4,400 of the campaign, less our management fee and any banking fees. Both these payments were made within days of receiving payment for the grant. Had Mythic skimmed the $100 or $400 amounts alleged by Grimmy, her payouts would have been significantly lower. Our platform logs every transaction, and these figures are available for independent investigation. So I was correct. How do I want to say this? So my assumptions were correct. It's obvious, again, it's obvious that Mythic Talent does still need to take a cut of however much percentage they agreed upon with the talent, depending on the contract, right? Like, the problem was that if Grimmy was the problem was that the person that was communicating with Grimmy was just full-blown not knowing how to communicate with her. Like, they didn't actually tell her what the what the fee was for, why it was like that way, and like among many other things. Or maybe Grimmy didn't understand. It's one of those things. Like, that's what I said. Like, it's fucking obvious that Mythic has to take a cut. And I guess also the problem is discrepancy. Why does the $2,000 take? Why does this one, the $2,000 cut, take 5%, whereas this one takes 10%? Yeah, sure, there were like an outer agency fee, but why did that person have to apparently say another reason? You know what I mean? That's the only discrepancy that I found here. But when I look at everything that we have so far, it just feels like it's a communication problem. Like, I feel that's what I boiled it down to. Like, I'm not even trying to defend Mythic here. I'm looking at this with as objectively as I can. Like, I feel like, you know? Okay, let's read the rest of the post. While we attempted to reach Grimmy to clarify her grievances, she chose to make these claims public before a dialogue could occur. We have sent Grimmy the banking logs, contracts, invoices, and payment records receipts for these campaigns, and we remain open. Oh, I thought Grimmy said that, like, Grimmy said, so it's a he said, she said now. Grimmy said that Mythic Talent refused to, like, give out documentations and shit. We understand that miscommunications can and do happen, and we are certainly not immune to them. Mythic Talent remains committed. Yeah, okay. So yeah, my assumption was correct. Okay. So, what happens now, I wonder? We need to cancel this useless talents. They're not useless. Like, see, again, this is what's wrong with, like, the general internet. People are so fucking quick to put up their pitchforks. They're already doing it. I mean, I get it, right? I get defending their talent. But, like, come on, man. Oh god, here we go. Now you got signed talents leaving you guys, and for a very good reason. Turns out you're woke Oh, okay. Okay, buddy. Bro, who the fuck cares? You destroyed your brand name already. Just get off our dicks and leave, Lamau. Yeah. You bent the knee, cowards. Damn. Damn. Yeah. Mostly because the Asmon Gold tweet was reply locked. Hey, it does happen. Did they just send receipts after the post blew up? Hard to say. Like, it's a he. Like I said earlier, at this point, it's a he should see. It's a he said, she said. Because Grimmy did provide proof that the transactions, proof detailing the transaction amount. But, like, if I remember correctly, I mean, we can look at it right now. Grimmy did not provide proof that that Mythic did not respond to her when she asked for a thing. But then again, I haven't seen the VOD, so I could be wrong there. None of those comments replies understand business. None of these comments understand anything. You have again, chat. You have to remember when it comes to like bullshit like this, ignore every angry retard that are seething in the comment section. It doesn't matter what side of the politics you are. They're always gonna be retards. Yeah, she unlisted it. So get fucked, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's what's going on right now. 17 is so super fresh too. So Grimmy fumbled again. Well, I don't know if Grimmy fumbled again, because for all we know, Mythic could be lying. Like it's one or the other. I also did see the fact that like Grimmy got talked out of joining Hololive by V Shoujo, and I'm like, damn, that is so fucking sad. But hey, we are here by Mountain Dew of all people. Fucking Mountain Dew, dude. Can I see a clip of that, by the way? Can I see a clip of this? Salvi, do you have the clip on your video? Does she talk about Hololive and the reason Hololive?
I'm glad Rooster Teeth got their company back. That sucked. What the hell is going on in the world? That sucked. Did anyone see that news and just go like, that's horrible? Just like, yeah, we took your company away for no reason. Yeah, we can't do anything with it. We're gonna just chill. Like, why? I'm so happy they got it back, though.
Riot Games also did that.
What happened with Rooster Teeth? They lost their company for a short time. Through something. But for like a while, there was this thing where people would just be like, yeah, you gotta do your YouTubing through us. We're gonna help you. We're gonna be your managers. We're gonna do everything for you. We just need you to put all of your income through us, and we're gonna get you paid out each month. And then they had contracts that were insane, where they'd lose like 50% of their revenue, or they'd lose like a bunch of different stuff that they really needed. Like some of them never even got paid and stuff. Like those YouTube agencies, yeah, the agencies were very scary. So it was the V Shoujo of YouTube. No. This was a little different. They had varying levels of like success. Some of them did pay people out. Some of them took 50% of their income and tried to convince them it was like a really good deal.
Okay.
Some of them were offering like next to no like support. Some of them were just taking their money for doing nothing. Some of them were taking their money.
Oh, is she talking about is she talking about like Hololive and Holostars here?
And saying like, well, you're part of like a big YouTube brand now, like stuff like that. So it was something, but it was weird. And then some of them didn't pay them out. Some of them did pay them out. Some of them. It was very random. Yeah, like no one knew what they were doing, and people were signing contracts that were like altering their life for years. By the way, don't sign a contract if it's going to alter your life for any more than a year. A year is an acceptable amount of time to make sure that you are enjoying your time doing something. If they need more time, like compared to that, like then they need to offer you a really stable and nice workplace. Do not ever sign any contract that says that you need to work with someone for more than a year. Just negotiate it and say like, we'll have a nice time and then I'll stay for longer. And we'll negotiate it then. Never, ever in your life.
Sure.
Ever. Sounds like you're speaking from experience. No, it's just some of these contracts, if you get into them, like the YouTube ones, you're kind of screwed. Like you gotta be careful. You need to be very careful dealing with that stuff.
Well, I mean, yes, but at the same time, if the contract says indefinitely, that's unenforceable.
You also need to know that everyone has their own like agenda and like reason for doing things. Should I say this? Let me think.
Okay. Should she?
One sec.
Oh, she's looking at the Discord logs.
I think that's a good thing. So, this is in Grimmy. It's 2 a.m. mode. No one's gonna care about what I say. 2 a.m. No one's gonna notice what I'm doing.
Sorry, I'm here.
I know for a long time. Alright.
Flashback.
It is an announcement. I'm sorry for being so intense.
Excuse me.
Let's see here. But thank you guys for coming by. Yo, it's nice to see all of you guys. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I am very excited to talk to you all.
You sound so
am
different.
unfortunately announcing
Gonna an indefinite hiatus.
my infinite hiatus /
Ah, there we
graduation
go.
on March 3rd. So I know that it didn't. I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's not a joke. I'm very sorry.
Hey, it's like me! I did the same thing too, Gary.
A flashback.
Okay.
But for like
I'ma
6
say-
months.
Because I know everyone has been very confused for a very long time over this. And I don't think any of this is technically NDA. And I don't need to make anyone feel bad about this or anyone, like, feel hurt by this. It's not NDA. So I can say it like this. I know for a very long time everyone was wondering why I didn't go to big company. It was not Niji Sanji. I've said that a billion times, no one believes me. But,
I can believe
everyone for
that.
a very long time was like,
I can
Why
believe
didn't
that, dude. 2024, you're joining Nijisanji. Go fuck
no,
yourself.
why didn't you do this? So, I can't say it at this point. So everyone was wondering why I did not go to big company. It's very obvious what big company was.
Yes.
It was the largest company.
Hololive.
It was the large one.
Yes.
I will not say their name,
Hololive.
but everyone was wondering why I suddenly, like, just came back. So, someone told me there was something really bad happening at big company. Someone told me that there was something bad happening at big company, related to 2 people I really, really liked from big company.
Okay.
Those 2 big people are no longer working with big company.
Okay.
So I don't really feel as bad saying this. I'm not gonna say who they were.
Wait, so she got leaks from Gura and Mume. Okay, maybe not Mume, but like Ame or Fauna. Yeah. It's Gura, Fauna, or Ame. One of the 2 of the 3. They got leaked that those 3 people may have had a bad time in the company, and she looks up to them so much. And
They were. But one was like the person that I respected more than like anything in the entire world.
okay.
So I'm gonna say it so I can move on. The person that convinced me not to go to big company was not the owner of V-Shoujo, but the secondary dude.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
I'm just gonna say that,
Mountain
and now I
fucking
can
Dew.
move on. So I didn't know that until recently that dude spread negative rumors about that company.
Yeah.
And that being said, I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy where I am. So I have no...
I mean, good for you that you're happy, but like,
I have no negative feelings about it. It's just, I feel a little bit weird about it because I don't know if what they told me was true or not. Because they got a lot of crap for cred talking that company and saying stuff that wasn't true. So, I don't know.
okay. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for her? Did she fumble Hololive or did Hololive fumble her? Well, technically Hololive didn't fumble her, but you know, like she... Fuck, dude, Vesper, I can't believe you would do this! Holy shit, man!
I've been very happy where I am. I think the people that went are very happy where they are. It's just, if you heard the things I heard, I don't think you would have gone. So, I don't necessarily think they're true now, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks. But at the same time, I'm very happy. I'm really happy with where I am in my life. I'm really happy with the people that I've met. And I really hope that things can continue to get better for everyone. And that's pretty much it. So, imagine not Grimmy being part of that company. It would be a very different timeline. Again, I can't say the name of the company, but I hope that they are doing well. And it does sometimes make me sad. But I do think I made the right decision for me because I'm a very, very weird person. I'm not sure I would have fitted any.
Weird is exactly Hololive, though. You are a very weird person, but so is everyone in Hololive, you know? There's no normal person in Hololive. In fact, the most normal person in Hololive... Okay, Hololive EN at least. The most normal person in Hololive English is probably fucking, like, Beth. Like Rose, Bloodflame, and Iris. And even then, they're not that normal. You know?
Anywhere. So I'm very happy to be who I am and be where I am. And that's pretty much it. But I can finally move on. I can finally say why that happened. I didn't want to say it when all of this stuff was occurring. I also have proof of this. Like, I could prove this.
What
like,
does
if any-
weird mean here? Well, weird means like nerdy and unconventional and like I guess if we were gonna use girl definitions or girl talk, quirky.
When, like, any of my friends need proof, I can prove this. It sucks though.
Oh,
I'm
true,
not gonna show
Kali.
it on stream because I feel like that would be really, really weird. But if anyone wants to like go like, hey Grimmy, like I was part of that company and I did this or did that, like, can you show me proof? I can show you proof. And that's pretty much it. So, we're not gonna we know what the big company is. It is not DG Sanji. Again, I really like DG Sanji, and I really like the big company too. And I didn't want to say that while everything was going on with like other people, because then it would feel like I was like trying to hitch on to like their stuff. So
Yes.
I do like DG Sanji. Yes, I've never ever applied for them though.
Sure.
Would you have to no longer be Grimmy if you did go with big company? I can't say. I can't say anything about anything.
The question is no. The answer is no. When you join Nijisanji and Hololive, you cannot be a VTuber. You can be a live streamer though, like a flesh streamer. So technically the answer for her case, because she already is a VTuber, the answer would be no. She cannot be Grimmy.
That's all I'm gonna say. I can't really talk too much about that part. No, not phase. It was the big one. It was the big one. It was the big one. We're not. I can only say it so many times. It was the big one. It was the big one. It was the big one. It was very noticeable.
Yes.
I'm really surprised people are still going like it must have been this or this or this. Like it was pretty obvious. Like I don't know. I'm really surprised that people don't know, but I don't know. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. It was the largest one, and it was the one that one dude had rumors about saying kind of was like, you know, they were like not hype about and like was.
Damn, I see. Damn, I see. I mean... Ooh, boy. Can I say it? Is it mean if I say it? No, okay. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. What? I'm going to gamble that Grimmy is not watching this right now. Because why would she? But like at the same time, I feel like, of course, obviously, hindsight is 2020. But I feel like you made a mistake. Like, you should have went, you know? You should have went. But, I mean, chat, you have to remember, but this, okay. So the reason why I don't necessarily blame her, even if, like, you know, again, hindsight is 2020, we all know this. But the problem is that 2024 V Shoujo chat, people were gonna listen to V Shoujo. People were gonna listen to Mountain Dew. It's hard not to. Because while Nijisanji was fucking drowning in piss and fire, V Shoujo and Hololive was getting glazed the ever-living fuck out. And obviously, PR-wise, even though if we had even if we had V Shoujo, Hololive being like glazed, one of the top out there, ultimately in terms of PR and who had like appearance-wise the most resources, V Shoujo was still up there, at least comparatively to Hololive. So when this person from this company says that the other company is bad, and it's also two people that you really respect, which I'm gonna assume is either Ame, Fauna, or Gura, then obviously you're probably gonna not take it. Right? It's hard. It's Ame and Fauna. Do we have proof that it's Ame and Fauna? Is I don't know Grammy too much, so Grammy is like a big Grammy says that he's a big fan of Ame and Fauna. (2024) Oh, you're talking about the timing of it and shit. You know what my okay, I'm gonna be honest. You know what my rat is? I believe Gura has been planning to graduate since early 2024 or mid 2024. Do I have proof for this? No, I do not. It's all vibes. It's all vibes. So if Grimmy did join Hololive, we would have had a 5-man justice thing. How long was she actually happy in Hololive for? Gura? Probably in the first 2 years. After 2023, she probably stopped being happy. She probably like held out a little bit of hope that things might change, but things did not change. Curious. Very, very curious. Why do you think? Because that's ultimately the pattern. I've seen and know a lot of VTubers who go through like a similar type of burnout. A lot of them at least that give their agency a chance, the pattern is always join agency. Agency does good, or at least does okay. Things happen in agency that are bad for talent. Agency promised that they'll do better and that to compensate, they'll do X, Y, and Z. Agency either does that not enough or fails to do that. VTuber holds out hope that it will not happen because they sunk a lot of time and money and resources into this. VTuber suddenly realizes it's not happening, so VTuber eventually leaves. So it's like, you know, it's like a pattern. It's like a pipeline rather. I believe she still doesn't feel happy as indie. I feel like I would agree if we're going to full. You can criticize me if you want for saying this, by the way, but I feel like if I'm gonna full blown rat. I feel like Gura fell out of love in content creation. I feel like she outgrew it. I feel like Gura just want to do things now, but she doesn't want to be held to the responsibilities that tie her down to the things that you have to do if you're a content creator. And she thought leaving Hololive would stop that from happening, and it did not. So we got what we got. Then again, another path is also possible. Hololive broke her spirit. Or in a sense, Hololive got her to fall out of love in streaming. And as an indie now, she has not fallen in love with it again. Why do I believe this? Because there's a lot of VTubers and content creators who just left Nijisanji or other VTuber agencies, and they left those agencies ultimately ending up hating content creation, or they fell out of love in content creation and they never came back. Some of them came back and fell in love with content creation again, like Tomu and Fuzuki Miki. But then we have the case of Sandu is Bored, for example, where bro used to consistently upload a lot of songs back then. After Nijisanji, none of that. He makes one cover and then zero. Because fucking Ike, I guess Nijisanji crushed Ike's spirit. It does happen. It happens in Hololive, it happens in Nijisanji, it happens everywhere. Yeah. I think, who's that? That's Ike, Evelyn from Nijisanji, Luxium. So it's harsh. It's hard, rather. I can see both possibilities being true for Gura. Either, whichever is the case for that is a gamble, but you know. Yeah. Not enough passion. It's not necessarily about not enough passion. It's just sometimes shit like this takes away the fun out of things and you fall out of love with it. Because It's association. When streaming and content creation becomes associated with stress, with deadlines, with demands from the agency that you have to do X, Y, and Z, you kind of want to not stream. And even if you stream without those obligations in mind, you still feel like a little something at the pit of your stomach. That's how it works. That's why people fall out of love with content creation. Yeah. So it's hard. It is truly, really hard. I feel like Gora losing her passion for content creation had to do with being held at such a high pedestal. Maybe. I kind of agree. I have heard that Gura ultimately likes to do membership streams a lot more because like the audience is fewer and she can engage with the chat better like that. But at the same time, if we take into account her activities as what's her face? What's her name again? Senzawa, we have a similar pattern. There's also the possibility that Gura just gets burnt out super, super fast. Like Senzawa or Gura or Samiko just gets burnt out super fast about one thing. And then she has to hop to another. And some bullshit. Like, it's hard. Like, these sorts of things are more complicated. So I can't necessarily... And like I said, we're ratting here. So I can't say for certain what's actually going on with her. What about fucking... What's her face? What about Doobie, though? What's going on, Doobs? Are you slacking off? Boo! You're slacking off! What is... Doobie, you're slacking off. 2 weeks without a stream? Damn. My fucking cat just died and I'm grieving. And I'm streaming. No, I'm memeing, by the way. I'm memeing. Obviously, I'm memeing. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Cut her some slice. Ice. Oh shit, true. True. Fuck, our Cuban fucking non-communist white girl. Probably getting actively sought out by Cuba or some bullshit. My only problem with Saba is a radio silence. Yeah, there are a lot of VTubers that are just very bad at communicating. Yeah. And you know what, to be fair, I also have that same kind of problem. I feel like I also don't really communicate with you guys that much in terms of what I want to do or like what my plans are. And I don't know if a lot of people mind that, but like, you know, that's a failure on my part and I do own it, you know? Yeah. But for Saba especially, she is especially bad at that. Because at the very least, in my case, I do address it when I want to address it. Yeah, Nimi is consistent, yeah. Oh, 1 day ago. Okay, so Nimi is not slacking off. That's good. Good for you, Nimi. Good for you. Damn, she streams almost every day. Bro is addicted or some bullshit. God damn. Good for you. Farm them numbers. Alright. I think that's going to be it for now, chat. I'm going to leave you guys alone. I'm going to go sleep, and you guys should too. Or if you want to watch like more streams, I'm going to raid over to News. Say hi to her. I'm going to go back into grieving for my dead cat. Womp womp. So either way, thank you guys for listening to me yap. Thank you guys for listening to me talk about like random drama. Or go back to the fest or something. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.